Hi, I'm Debbie Peterson, founder of the Wellness Gala. We promote the healing benefits of integrative medicine and holistic choices available to everyone. I've experienced their life-changing results firsthand, and I can't wait to share these options with you on our show, Balance Your Life. Each week, along with my co-hosts, Barb and Dina, we'll be bringing you experts in fitness, food, health, beauty, and wellness, with options, tips, and techniques for a balanced mind, body, and spirit. On today's episode, we chat with Jackie of Spray Studio about her healthy organic tanning. Then we speak with April Busset, Psychic Housewife of New Jersey and Celebrity Psychic Medium, about all she's been up to. But first, we chat with Jill Marie Kelly, who is a medium and does psychic Reiki, and she explains how she gets her messages. Hi, everyone. We're here today with Jill Marie Kelly. And Jill is a psychic medium, and she also does psychic Reiki. So, yes. Hi, Jill. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So tell us, how did you get started with this?
Oh, my goodness. So I have been psychic and a medium my whole life, actually.
Okay.
And I always tell the story. My mom was washing dishes at the kitchen sink. I was 3 years old. I was always outside playing, talking to the flowers, doing all these things. And she's like, oh, she's so imaginative. And so one day she was washing dishes, watching me on the swing set. And I was swinging on a swing, and the swing next to me was swinging, and I was talking to the swing.
Oh.
And that's when she was like, she doesn't have imaginary friends, you know?
The swing was moving.
The swing was moving, and I was talking to it. So she would ask me questions like, oh, who were you talking to, and what was going on? And it was actually really wild because she started embracing it from that age.
It is amazing, because I was going to say, we need to interview your mother. I want to know what she was thinking when she saw this.
Right. Yeah, she was really blown away. But
amazing.
She had this feeling that I was really talking to things. So as I grew up, she would do things like research the properties that we were on or where I was feeling things. I was really fun in antique stores. I'd pick up something and she'd be like, and we're leaving. But it was just really fun because she didn't squash it. She didn't tell me I was crazy.
Right.
And so it was just a really supportive childhood with growing up with those types of gifts, which could get scary sometimes, and overwhelming. Sure. But yeah, it was actually.
It's great to have that support because we talk to so many people.
Right. I was just going to say how rare it is to hear that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager and my friends knew that Jill can see things, they would take me places and what I call ghost bomb me. So they would bring me places where there were murders, where there were suicides, where there were things like that. And I felt like I had to perform. So I would tap in, and then I didn't realize that having boundaries spiritually was really, really important. So as I got a little bit older, like when I hit college age, I was like, down with this, not doing this anymore. Like I'm backing up. I am just going to shut it all down because I could see auras around people. I could see energy. I could tell things about people when I first met them. And so I just shut it all down. And then slowly got back into it with a mentor that taught me how to shield, how to protect myself, how to ground my energy and everything. So,
okay, good.
Yeah.
So then when did you go professional?
Okay. So over COVID, I wanted to learn something new. Everybody was, lockdown.
Yeah.
So I started learning about Reiki, and I read this book called A Little Bit of Reiki, and I'm like, this sounds really cool. And I'm like, but I'm psychic. So I wonder if psychic Reiki is a thing. So I Googled it, and I came across this book called The Art of Psychic Reiki. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's a thing. And so I read the book front to back, in a day. I reached out to the author, and she reached out to me on Facebook, and she said, I'm actually running an academy for master psychic healers, and the whole process, what happens is that you're going to be able to quit your soul-sucking job and do psychic work full time. So I kind of dipped my toe a little bit. I was still a preschool teacher, but I got a job at a local metaphysical shop, and I started doing psychic Reiki and psychic mediumship for them. Okay. And then after about 8-9 months, I was like, you know what? I can quit my day job and I can do this full time.
There you go.
So I got my own office in my hometown, and I have been going strong for the past 3 years. So
it's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You said mom was a tremendous support.
She was, yeah.
Did the whole family get behind you like that?
No,
okay.
Actually. Amazing enough.
Yeah.
That would be too great. So my mom was very supportive and very much like she's doing these things and she's having these experiences. And my father actually thought I was just crazy. He was like, I don't believe. He was sending me to doctors. He's like, he was making sure I was okay. And I always say there's a fine line between psychic and psychotic. But but he was telling me I was crazy. And so I actually had a reading 15 years ago with this woman from Australia. And I said to her, I was like, when is my dad going to accept my gifts? When is he going to understand? And she said, when you're on stage doing it in front of people, he'll understand. And I was like, I'm a teacher. Like, I'm not going to be on stage.
How's that happening?
So that was kind of wild. And I was like, okay. So then 15 years later, this was last year, I fell and broke my shoulder. So I couldn't drive. So I was doing events and I was doing mediumship readings and I was doing things like this. And my dad had to drive me to this event.
Right.
So he had to stay because he had to drive me home. And so after the event, I'm thinking to myself, I was on stage, he was in the audience, and I was watching his face as I was doing the different readings. And he was just like blown away. And so finally, it's like that moment, it was like the prophecy has been fulfilled. Like, he just, like, I saw the light bulb go on in his head, and now he's like my biggest fan. He brags about me at every family gathering. He's like, Jill did this, and she connected with this person, and oh my God. So, so having both parents on board finally after 42 years is a big deal.
Obviously, you're bringing messages through loved ones that have passed, which we always talk about with other people. It's so healing. Yeah. Right? It's so important.
It gives people hope. It gives them
closure
and just closeness and ability to go on and see things differently. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's like a whole other perspective.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You want to give us a little sample? I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you can connect and
I'm kind of feeling some things around you, my friend.
Okay.
So let me just tap in and tune in just a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm getting a B name. I'm not quite sure what exactly the name is, but would that resonate with you?
Past person. Yes. My dad, Bob.
Your dad, Bob. Okay. Oh, he's a really loving person. Yes. He's telling me his hugs were really healing. Does that make sense? All right. So he's okay. Hold on. And he said there's like some transitions going on. So you're kind of like opening yourself up to new things.
Yes.
He definitely wants you to know that he's with you. He's supporting you. He wants you to do these big things and take on these big experiences, and he wants you to travel. He's talking about traveling. I'm not sure if he was from overseas, but he's like, you need to go places. You need to experience stuff. You need to take your tribe with you. But he's very, and I'm seeing, he's talking about like in the past 20 years he passed. So yeah. But he's actually showing me like wrapping his wings around you, like making sure you're protected. And he's very much about safety. So I'm not sure if this was something he did in life, but like going around and making sure all the doors are closed and the windows are closed and making sure you're safe at night, like making sure you're okay.
Well,
there you go.
So I live separate from my husband. We've divorced. And so I appreciate that, Dad.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He's like making sure you're safe. Like he wants to make sure you're okay.
Thank you.
And just a super big support. And sometimes I sense spirit that are like right above us on the earth plane. And then they are a little bit higher. They come down every once in a while. And then they're like in the angelic realm, which they're kind of up here. But he's very much somebody that likes to come through a lot for you. And he's saying, so he's saying, I hear you. So I'm sure you talk to him. I'm sure you do things like that. But he wants to just bring that forward, that he hears you. And he's talking about having animals with him. So I'm not sure if these are past animals that passed, but I see them as little lights on the floor. So he's just telling me I have them. They're safe. They're okay.
Thank you.
They're with me. But yeah, lots of love, lots of nurturing energy, and just totally wrapping himself.
Probably the most compassionate human being I have ever known for the whole world.
Yeah.
Wow. So thank you.
It's saying a lot.
And he's actually saying thank you for saying that. So, and he's just loving watching you just blossom and grow. And he's saying you've been through some hard stuff. Yeah. But you never lost your faith. So that's in your faith that, it was all going to be okay. And so he said he tried to align some things for you to make sure you were on your journey and on your trial. You're blazing your trail is what he's saying. Like you're going forward. So, and he's talking about the fire that you've always had. Like you have this fire, and he's like, I couldn't teach that. You were born with that.
Thank you.
So just tap into that and tap into his energy when you need support.
Came out my goodness,
time.
Jill. Whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, Jill, it's been a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being on. And we'll see you soon then.
I love that. Yes, see you soon. Okay. Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this. So, Barb, what do we have today?
Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make some really, really healthy, as I always try to be, veggie spring rolls.
Okay.
Okay, this is what they look
They
like.
look
and
pretty
I'm
crazy.
Yeah, they kind of see-through, but that's the way they look.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to want to get rice papers. They come in a package, and you can find them in the Asian part of your grocery store. Okay. The way you start is you're going to take some really warm water and just put this in here for maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds.
Okay.
So what this does is it softens it up, and it's going to come out like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just going to start by putting towards the center whatever it is that you want to put in here. And again, you don't want to put too much. Otherwise, it won't roll up properly. This is, again, very, very easy. And again, kids, a little bit older kids, love to make these. It's a great way to get your kids involved in making dinner or a snack. These are great for snacks.
And healthy.
Very healthy. Great for snacks.
And if you wanted, you could probably put shrimp in there, or crab,
or chicken.
Yeah,
right.
why
These
not?
happen to be vegan.
Right, that's great.
But you can put, put a protein in there, and it's a great dinner.
Absolutely. All right, great, Barb. Well, thanks again.
Welcome to A3 Digital Media, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. We target, strategize, captivate, and convert for you. We make it our passion to elevate your brand. Our services are personalized for you, and the only time we succeed is after you do. You can trust us to provide quality work that will get to you in no time. Be ahead, stand out from your competition, grow your business to the peak.
Join us for our new podcast, Balance Your Life, Our Evolving Consciousness, where we go deeper into everything spiritual.
We are so excited to share with you the questions and the information we have gathered
all these
behind the
years.
scenes.
Yes.
Behind the scenes. And we're going to have our guests on who you may know from the show, but we are going deeper. We are going to ask all
Hi, everyone. We're here today with Jackie, who owns the Spray Studio in Denville, New Jersey.
Hi,
Thanks-
Jackie.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
Yes. And so you do spray tans, and they're organic.
Yes, all
And
natural,
it's-
organic. It's great color, and it's just it's very healthy option
Yes.
to being in the sun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you have a wonderful tan.
Thank you.
must
I
say.
appreciate that.
So, did you get sprayed for today?
I did. I did.
Okay.
I got sprayed 2 days ago, so this is what it would look like. Day
That's
2.
amazing.
How long
Yeah.
did it take?
It takes 15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Hmm.
And it's an individual person that airbrushes you. It's either me or I have one other woman that works with me. So
Okay.
there's 2 of us. So you're going to get a consistent tan every time because
Mhm.
there's the 2 of us, which is great.
Right.
It takes about 10 minutes for the spray. And then I also have fans afterwards that you can kind of stay in for a few minutes just so you don't feel as sticky and it kind of dries you up a little bit.
Okay. And then how long does it last?
So typically 7 to 10 days.
Okay.
Okay.
If you lotion really well every day,
Mhm.
you can stretch it to like 12 days.
Oh, okay. That's
So
pretty
yeah,
good.
it's about your care of it too. So
Uh-huh.
I usually talk everybody through, the proper care of it to make sure you're getting the longevity of the tan that you're paying for.
No, that's
So there's
great.
there's definitely
Mhm.
some things you can do to stretch it out.
Okay.
I think that's
amazing.
great. I think that's
Yeah.
such a wonderful option.
And I love that it's organic because I will
Yeah.
say I have gone to some places over the years that are not.
Yeah.
And I just feel like,
What do you,
ew,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just maybe
Mhm.
where I
Yeah, the
went, but-
product, it's a family-owned company out in California. So it's
Okay.
a small business, but they do such a great job.
Mhm.
I found it and I fell in love with the solution because it does give such a natural color.
Yeah. I mean, it looks
Unfortunately, there's
real.
this stigma of orange.
Right.
In
No,
spray
I
tan.
feel,
nothing
I
orange
feel
about
like
it.
they're
And-
not this,
yeah.
but I have gone to places
Yes, I know.
where I feel
agree.
like,
Yes, I have
agree.
fallen victim myself.
Yeah, okay.
We all have. We've tried it. Thankfully, in finding this product, not
Mhm.
only was it all organic, it really does give a very natural
Mhm.
tan and a glow. And if you are on the more fair side
Mhm.
skinned, it actually looks really great. I try to do a really good job of like assessing what each client wants because not everyone
Right.
wants to
Right,
come
sure.
in and be very, very tan.
Mhm.
If you're on the fair side, you want a nice little healthy glow, like you've just been sun kissed. And so that
Right.
can be
So it's
achieved.
customized.
How did
yeah.
you start doing this?
Okay, so I fell in love with it as a client first. Mid-40s hit, and you start to feel a little down on yourself. I have 3 teenage daughters, so you're just running ragged.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to pick me up, and I wanted something that was affordable.
Right.
Just kind of somebody had mentioned to me to go spray tanning, and I myself was like, no, I don't want to be orange. And so I found a place. And I started going, and it really just gave me the pick me up
Mhm.
that I was looking for at
Right.
that phase in my
That's
life.
awesome.
Yeah, I just felt good.
Yeah.
I really felt like, you know what, this is it. If you're just tan,
Right, you do feel better.
You just feel better.
Right.
You know, it's a very simple
Yeah, it's
thing.
Yes, it really
non-invasive.
is.
It's quick, and you
Yeah.
can literally just change.
And if
your
it's
feeling.
organic, I'm assuming it's good for your skin.
It is. There's
Mhm.
vitamins in it. There's vitamin A, B, and there's aloe in it. So
Oh,
they've really
okay,
created
nice.
a beautiful product to also like nourish and moisturize.
Mhm.
So you don't get that typical very dry
Mhm.
That's nice.
feeling with some of the other solutions that
Mhm.
I've, experienced in the past.
Right. I know we were talking a little bit before about some of the health benefits.
Yeah,
I
so-
think because I was surprised to hear it. so-
Yes, one of the main things, especially if you are on the more fair-sided and you burn very easily in the sun,
Mhm.
this solution, once sprayed, once you go into the sun, you don't burn.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Really?
Isn't that cool?
So
is
it
very
actually
cool. That's a big
prevents
deal.
you from burning. And I can say very confidently because I have my husband and my twin daughters are very fair-skinned.
Okay.
And they burn very easily. So
Mhm.
we've battled that,
Yeah.
constantly with the sunscreening, but there's always a spot we miss and then they're
That's
in
terrific.
pain.
Mm.
And it's just
Mm.
it's terrible for them because they want to like stay out of the sun. But I sprayed them before we went to Punta Cana when I
Mhm.
first opened. I got them all in there. I convinced them to come down.
Okay.
And I said, let's see if it really does what it says it's going to do. And it really
Sure
did.
enough,
They didn't
yeah.
burn one time. So now they're all hooked.
Of
That's
course, they're
great.
wearing
Yeah.
sunscreen,
Of
right?
course,
But
yes,
yes,
the
but
healthy-
it gives
the
you like
healthy
that
option is
base.
sunscreen.
Yeah.
They still follow the same routine they followed before, but
Mhm.
even with being diligent with sunscreen, they would still always find a way to
Right.
burn
Sure.
because
Right.
they're so
Isn't that
fair.
amazing?
It is. It's
Yeah.
great. I
But
did know
life
that.
changing for my husband, especially, like just
Really?
life changing because he would burn so bad and he was so uncomfortable.
Wow.
Then he'd miss 2 days of vacation,
Yeah. Mhm.
because you have to
Suffering.
stay
Yes.
out.
Yes.
And now he doesn't have to miss anything because
Mhm.
it just kind of reflects off. Like if you go in and you have a natural color, the sun responds to that.
Mhm.
So it's responding to the color. So it's that
Interesting.
simple.
It is.
That
I
is.
know.
That's great. People
Yeah.
really should come in and get one before they go away, especially if
I
in
have
the
a lot of
winter,
clients,
you
they do
know, and you
that.
go,
Do you,
Yeah.
do you have a lot of teenagers that do it?
I do. Mostly they're doing it for an occasion, like prom
Yes.
or
Yes.
homecoming.
all right.
The majority of my clients are moms, that
That's
really
fine.
just want to like a little pick me up here or there. Or of course, there's like the big occasions,
Mhm.
weddings
Right.
and bridesmaids and that type of stuff. So
Right.
there's a lot of occasional stuff, but what ends up happening is they like it and they kind of become
Yeah, become clients. and-
clients that
okay.
they're just like, hey, I just was feeling down. I just needed to come see you. So that
That's
makes me
great.
feel good too.
Yeah, you're like a
That I'm
therapist
making
in it.
people happy with something so simple.
And
Yes.
you
You know?
created like an experiential type
Yes.
of event or that people can come to. So talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, there's this fun thing we do. You can basically block out for the evening, and it's called a sip and spray. And so,
Love
I
yeah,
love it.
exactly. We have fun with that. Basically, 4 or 5 people, because my place is a little small, so it would be like that's the max I can do.
Okay.
But 4 or 5 women will come in, and there'll be hors d'oeuvres. I'll do a charcuterie board. We'll have champagne and some wine, and just enjoy the evening.
I love that.
And then everybody leaves with a spray tan.
It's kind of like great for a bridal party.
Yeah, or
That's
just wherever you want.
just your
Ladies night out.
girlfriends. Absolutely.
It's a fun
Or
day.
before a
ladies' night out,
gala.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right,
I want you
know.
guys to
I'm
come
thinking,
down.
Yes, definitely.
Let's
Need to
do
do that.
I have a little sign in there called the She Shed because we do end up having a lot of fun in there. So that's always nice too.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
love
do
that.
think that the women leave feeling happy. They feel tan. I mean,
Mhm.
they
Yeah. It's all about how
it's-
you feel.
exactly.
And, well-being.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've never had a job I've loved more because
That's great.
you know, everyone
Yeah.
that walks in leaves happy, and I'm just a small little part, but
That's
you
wonderful.
know, they're all
Yeah.
smiling and thanking me, and that's just a rare thing that happens in life where you're just
True.
like really happy with doing what you're doing, and you know
Mhm.
you're just.
Isn't that what everyone strives for?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean,
And-
you
and
found it.
I did. It took
Love
me
it.
44 years, but I found
That's
it.
okay.
Yes,
Good
it's
job.
okay.
Amazing. Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you
thanks
guys
for
for
being
having
on.
me. Thank you.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I
And
really
we'll
am
be in to
excited.
get
Oh, we will absolutely be.
Oh, good. I can't wait. We'll do a sip and spray.
Okay,
Oh,
sounds
awesome.
great.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
And we'll be right back.
Do you suffer from headaches, stiff, sore joints, digestive disorders, recurring infections, emotional stress, or sleepless nights? Try Enzyme Nutrition. It's scientific, personalized, and has no side effects. Visit Susan Richter, RN, at nextlevelhealing.com. Read her reviews or reach out directly at 973-586-0626 to learn more.
Hi, everyone. We're here today with April, who is a celebrity psychic medium and housewife of New Jersey.
Yes,
Psychic.
the Psychic Housewife in New Jersey.
I love it. So thanks for being with us
Thank
today.
you.
Yeah, and I know you do so many different things. You do paranormal things. You have a magazine. You do readings. What do you want to start with?
Oh
to
my
tell us
gosh,
about?
I know. I don't even know where to start. I have my magazine, Ghosted Magazine, which I started
tell
a
us
year
about
ago. A couple years ago, it came up with the idea, and I was driving. Now, like, if you see all the paranormal shows are being canceled, and I said, this is a great time to launch my magazine.
Perfect.
You
There
know?
you go.
So I had a friend, that I had met like through the years that does graphic arts and stuff. So I almost had it, Mike, what do you think about this idea? I said for a magazine, and then it came up named Ghosted. And
Ghosted. I love it.
I get home. Michael has the LLC up, our website.
Wow.
I guess
we're
we're
doing
doing this. We have our
That's
license.
great. It sounds like fun, though.
We had our first issue done in less than 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic. Jason Hawes of Ghost Hunters was our first issue. And then our second issue, which was one of our biggest, we had Patty Negri on there, Kim Russo.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love Patty. So that's
Cindy Kazar from the Holzer Files.
Okay.
Is it monthly?
No, it's quarterly.
It's quarterly.
We don't have the time.
I can't imagine that you do.
And it's just me and my partner, Michael Castro, aka Danger. So it's just us. We write all the articles. He does all the graphics, the the photography. We go to different haunted locations, which is so much fun.
It is fun.
I know that's a big part of what you do. You want to,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
So I also get hired to go to the most haunted locations where I do readings. Do gallery readings for the people. Then we go on a ghost tour.
So October is like, don't get in touch with April in October. You're
Right,
not going to get her.
Exactly. But it's funny. Some people won't reach out to me thinking I'm busy, and I'm not. I'm
okay.
Also, on top of that, I do my personal readings.
Yes.
Which I do almost every day.
Okay.
So, like, as a matter of fact, I did readings from 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday until 10 o'clock last night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was a few, I get emergency readings,
Sure,
so I consult with businesses too, so it's not like.
And those are intuitive readings or
they're
mediumship also?
They're I do medium readings.
Okay.
I do the psychic and tarot, and the
Okay.
intuitive. But I'll do some of my readings, just regular psych readings, and people's loved ones are going to pop in. So
that's great. That's always an extra bonus.
Yeah, it's always an extra bonus. But
Right.
it's funny. I was telling this story. I was doing this reading for this woman, and her mom was coming through, and I'm talking back and forth to her in my head, which I forget to speak sometimes because I'm having a conversation in my head.
Gosh, that's
yeah,
funny.
and the woman showed me apples, and I'm arguing with her in my head, saying, "Hey, lady, I'm not saying you baked apple pies because that is lame. Because like almost every other mother does. This is the conversation we're having." She was fun. She said, "April, just say apples with the S." So I go look at the lady. I said, "Listen, your mom told me to say apples." She goes, "Oh my God, that's her nickname."
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not what you think necessarily, right?
So like I'm learning not to argue with Siri. You're learning not to argue with your
We have fun though. I banter back and forth with the spirits. It's fun, but it's like playing charades because I really don't know what they're talking about.
Sure.
So,
well, they're not speaking English, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit how that works.
So they're giving me images, and I can hear them too. It's like hearing, feeling, feel. But sometimes it is audio. Like, I have talking in my ear, which scares the heck out of me. I really don't like that. I never tell them, please don't do that.
Because do they listen?
Yes, because this happened.
You have boundaries.
Yeah, I had to set boundaries because at first I said, "Oh my God, I can't do that to me." Like, what if somebody has something important to say? Well, no, it kept happening at night. So I was woken up at night.
Oh, yeah, we hear that a lot, don't we?
Yeah. Wait a minute, but the woman was screaming.
Oh, no.
And she's going, "Ah!" And I'm like, "I can't understand you." I'm like, "Slow down." And I'm scared now. So all the lights are on the TV.
Oh, boy.
I get up, walk around the house. I go sit down. And, all right, I have the lights on. I'm safe. No. Ah! And I'm like, I know that voice.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
My husband wakes up like at 6. I'm up for hours. And I'm like, he walks out the door. I'm like, "You're not going to believe this woman yelling at me." And I know the voice. I don't know, but I'm not sure who it is. Anyway, I had a tenant.
Oh.
An older tenant. So I always go with the visit because she didn't have family.
Oh.
So it was her. I go upstairs to go check on her before I was leaving with my daughter. I can't find her. She doesn't leave the house. I do her shopping.
Wait, so you didn't know that she passed away? Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
She
wow.
woke me up
to
to
tell
tell me.
you. Oh,
at
that's
1:30 in the morning. So
interesting. Yeah.
the autopsy said she passed between 1 and 2.
Oh boy.
Oh,
boy.
interesting.
Yeah, but-
Okay.
So how did this conversation go with the police when you called them? I was woken up by her.
Oh my God, that's a whole nother
All right.
story in
Oh,
a
God.
TV show.
Okay.
Right.
It's not always horrific like that, but she wouldn't leave the house.
Right.
I couldn't
Right.
get rid of her for like 2 months. I'm like, Josephine, unless you're going to start paying rent again.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, you mean she stuck around
She
in
stuck
spirit?
around.
Yeah, just to
She
clarify.
would talk to me because
Yeah,
she loved the
aw.
house. She loved that. She was
She
our
loved
family.
you because you
Yeah,
gave her
we
that
were her
attention.
family.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you help her move on?
Yes,
to be,
I
okay.
helped her move on. She
Okay.
didn't want to go.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
like, Josephine, go with your husband, your family.
Oh,
you know,
okay, yeah.
you don't want to stay stuck here. You know, it's not that fun.
Right. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
So-
did it start for you?
One night I woke up and my dad was here. So I'm talking to my dad. So I yell for my mom, Mom, Daddy's here.
Your
whole
dad was
thing-
passed away?
Passed away 2 years.
Okay. All right.
So now, all of a sudden, now this must open the portal because now
Oh,
everybody's
everybody.
coming through.
How old were you?
Gosh. So when I saw my father, I think I was like 5.
What was her reaction that when you said that?
Well, the funny thing is because everyone was feeling off in the house,
Yeah.
but I was seeing it.
Yes. Okay.
So my sisters, like when we were going up the stairs, everyone was getting their ankles grabbed.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's not funny,
Yeah.
but
It's
is.
not funny, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like, but it is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
At the same time, I go to so many locations. I really don't have a hard time, but they do give me a lot of information. So I'm going to be filming a show where I'm going to get more information.
That's great.
For
Great.
I wish I could tell you
Good.
more. I can't wait to tell you
Okay,
about
next
it. But
time
yeah,
you're on.
next time. That's for next
Absolutely.
time.
Yes,
but it's good.
but
You get the story too behind it.
Mhm.
Like I was hired to go to this haunted location. They walk me around and give me a private tour, and they bring me to the store. They're like, "What do you feel here?" I said, "Well, let me see." I start walking up. I'm like, "Oh my God, I feel fire." I said, "Something's on fire. I could smell fire." And the guy said, "What do you see?" So I'm like, "All right, let me." And I said, "Oh my God, there's a man behind here like that's burnt. He was on fire."
Ugh.
And it turns out that the house next door to this place, the man lived and lit his house on fire with his
Oh.
family in it. He
Oh.
the place was a hospital, so they brought him to this hospital where he passed. He's afraid to. I was telling him he's afraid to cross over because he
Mhm.
knows he's
Mhm.
afraid what's going to happen.
Right.
So,
right. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he
okay.
hides out in this closet there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. I'm just going to switch over and say,
Sure.
say that we're so happy to have you on our
Thank you for
panel.
having me.
Yes. Oh, and thank you for rearranging everything. So everybody, it's November 10th, which is a Sunday. It's at the Sheraton in Parsippany.
oh, I'm
and
so excited for this.
we are too. And you'll be with 3 other people and answering everybody's questions.
Yeah,
and-
people are going to be lining up to get a ticket to come to this.
yeah. Well, it is
Yeah.
called the
To
power
ask-
of intuition.
yeah,
we
absolutely.
do need to say that. right?
Yes, which
Mhm.
is very important.
Yeah, it is. So I'm excited to hear what you all have to say about that.
Oh
and then,
boy, yeah.
answer everybody's questions. It'll be fantastic.
This is
Well,
going to be a great event. to get
Yes,
out.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I'm so excited for that, and especially all the people that are going. You have a great lineup.
Yeah, can't wait. Well, April, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you
Thanks
so
being
much for
on.
having me.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. And we'll be right back after this.
Denville Medical and Sports Rehab Center has been servicing the community for over 30 years. Denville Medical and Sports Rehab Center is not only for athletes. We treat children, seniors, and everyone in between. Denville Medical and Sports Rehab has chiropractic care. Our chiropractors are specially trained in sports medicine, automobile accident, a workers' comp injury, a slip and fall. The 5 most dangerous words are, maybe it will go away. Take your first step towards better health at Denville Medical and Sports Rehab.
We want to invite you to the ultimate live intuitive event. With renowned experts, we're about to embark on a mind-blowing experience.
Get ready for an extraordinary journey into the realm of the unknown. Whether it's matters of the heart, career choices, or spiritual growth, we've got you covered.
During the panel discussions, we are ready to take your burning questions and provide you with profound insights.
We have vendors, healing sessions, mini workshops, wine tasting, food, and more.
To find out more about everything we have, go to wellnessgala.com. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching today, and be sure to check out balanceyourlife.tv and subscribe to our YouTube channel.